yours. It's your own shit. Hot like I lie. Yeah, but I'm honest about it.
Bloody hell. You wanted to... You mentioned the bouncer thing though, innit?
Did you everyone watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Highlights.
Well, I didn't watch it, like, pay for it, watch it.
No.
So no one ain't watch it, like.
I heard my man was hugging, man. I don't know that.
Yeah, but you had,
like,
like,
I saw the videos online.
Yeah,
so
I
I
didn't
watch it.
No, I didn't watch it. I just saw clips.
I saw from the... How many rounds was it? Was it 5?
5.
I think it was 5. I saw the last 2.
So did you see Little Man's fight first?
I didn't.
Because that was way more entertaining.
Yeah, I heard that was actually good.
Little Man's
Nobody put no clips online with that.
It's on YouTube.
I've never even.
Were you looking on Twitter?
Yeah, I don't know. No, because everything was there on Twitter, so I was like, oh, I don't need to go anywhere
You saw
else.
one GIF on Twitter.
No, I saw videos. I saw several parts of this fight on Twitter. Like, it wasn't just one part.
Who goes to Twitter to look for videos?
I didn't go look for it. It was there. Like, it's not like I was like,
videos.
no, I didn't even look for it. It was like, I'm on Twitter and this is what everybody's talking about. So it's just there.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about it until I saw the memes and all of that stuff, and I was like, oh, this is funny.
No,
we're
supposed to care as a culture.
I just felt it was going to be nonsense.
I thought it would be. I didn't. I thought it would be much better. Than
I thought there was gonna be
so
blows because from when he said,
I thought Arms would at least.
He tried.
Yeah.
But Bouncer was on this spooning thing.
when they said MMA, I said, yep, elbows and knees, kicks,
spinning heel kicks, low.
The way Arms came out on the bell. Man came with the flying eating or whatever. I thought,
this is gonna happen today. Someone's gonna get knocked out. Someone's gonna be on the canvas. I didn't know man was gonna be laying on top of each other on the canvas, bruv.
Yeah.
Like,
that was terrible.
Those
But
clips.
they were the adrenaline left them after 20 seconds. Like they were both shattered, breathing heavy.
Yeah. But you know what? I respect it because in the streets, you think you planned the whole man was saying, I'm gonna bang you up at lunchtime. So you know between 12 and 1 or between 1 and 2, it's going off. We planned it.
Yeah.
It's the first period, but we know at lunch we're getting a fight.
Yeah.
It probably lasts like 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
In real life.
Great.
It was fantastic.
Yeah,
it was
definitely
great
not doing
when
no
you was
rounds.
there. Do you know what I'm saying? It was fantastic. That lasted 20 minutes. It lasted the whole of lunch.
Yeah.
But the actual fight, blows for blows, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Someone's on the floor or someone's been rushed.
You both got each other in a headlock, just breathing.
Someone's trying to survive.
Someone said, let go of me.
Someone said, allow it already. My boys. Let him go. Everyone, then break it up, man. So I respect it because man actually had to fight however many minutes for 5 rounds. So I know that's tiring. But obviously when man was saying, man's training, everything, I was like, I don't know.
I don't want to hear about it's tiring when people train and go through it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, like when I'm seeing Jake Paul, he gets tired as well. But he's lasted longer.
But it's boxing, innit?
Boxing is
you
different.
can't do all that.
Cut your cloth according to your size, bruv. I don't know why they changed it from boxing to MMA in the
I've never
first
heard that
place.
saying before, bruv.
You've never heard that?
No. Cut your cloth according to your size. That's a big saying.
That's a classic.
That's a serious saying.
I've never heard that before, boy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But I don't know why they changed it from boxing to MMA.
But you know what annoys me about sayings like that? You know, even the one, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
I didn't get that for years.
So who is supposed to eat it?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I? You can't have your cake.
It makes no
I
sense.
can't have my own cake.
Yeah.
And eat it too.
Yeah, as in
So
you
maybe
can't
you don't
have
get
it.
the actual
You don't
statement.
actually get
You
it.
don't
So where's the hell they're saying?
What do you think it means?
What's the saying again? You
can't
can't have
have
your
your
cake
cake
and eat it.
too.
Your cake. So you would say it to me, right?
Yeah.
So you would say you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? You're saying it's my cake.
Yeah.
So why can't I eat it?
They're saying you can't hold on to the cake and eat it at the same time.
Like,
So how am I supposed to eat it?
But you're not going to have it after eating it. That's what it's saying.
What the hell? So how am I going to eat it?
No, this is what I understood of it the first time, yeah. But I got it after a while. I got it.
It's
No, I got it straight away. You're both done, bro.
No, because same thing. I was like, what do you mean you can't have your cake and eat it? I don't get it. I've got the cake. Why can't I eat it? That was how I originally saw it.
Hey, but fair enough. But at this age.
Nah, allow it.
There's no at this age.
knowing.
Explain it. You said I can't have. So if you said to me, you can't
have your cake and
it's
eat
my
it too.
cake.
But if you eat it,
you
it's
ain't
gone.
got the cake no more.
So
Right?
you can't have it.
How?
Well,
This is a dumb saying.
Okay, it should be you can't
Hold your This is a dumb saying.
When they say have, they don't mean have as in hand. They mean have as in eaten.
Yeah,
which is stupid because it's basically
this doesn't make sense.
Once you've eaten it, you can't eat it again. It's
that should be the saying. You can't eat your cake twice.
What the hell? You got one cake. Pull me once. Pull me twice, pull me again.
Why you just say you can't eat your cake twice? That is funny.
That's a dumb saying. It doesn't make sense.
God.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yes, I can. I'll show you.
Said I eat the whole thing.
I think it makes more sense if you change the cake because the cake's problematic. So it's like if you can't have your money and if you can't save your money and spend it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
You can't.
I spend half of it.
No, that's half.
But
You
yeah,
can't
but
use
you've lost
something.
half.
That means you've only got
you
half
can't
of
If you
it.
spend it, you haven't saved it, have you?
I've saved half.
You can't do both.
He's a financial advisor.
You can only do one or the other.
You can't do both. You can save half
Friends,
and
I can do
have
both.
half.
That's the dumbest saying ever. That saying is the dumbest
A man
one.
think it's dumb.
Nah, I don't get this stuff. It's rubbish.
It's
It's
a
my
dumb
cake,
saying.
bro.
I've always wondered what the hell are they, what do you mean I can't eat it too? It's always nonsense. But yesterday's price is not today's price.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not.
That's a-
I was watching that literally just on the way here.
What,
Just
Joe?
fact
you
Joe
could-
get it. Yeah. Shout out Joseph, yeah.
I wasn't even talking about that. Obviously, it's a Joe, Fat Joe saying.
Yeah.
But it really isn't.
No, it's facts.
The price of food done went up, boy.
Oh, that's definitely on the agenda.
I went. Where did I go? To Chinatown.
Yeah.
My
Really?
girl's
£5.
She's never been there, so we just
£5, right?
what?
It's not £5 no more.
£5.
Buffet.
Somewhere.
£5.
That's whispering. You know when man whispers his pain.
Man,
£5.
they fucked it.
I've come out of the cinema. I saw, did you see the lanterns?
Oh yeah.
Come
Get
on.
excited.
The arches and all them.
Let's
shit.
go down there. What you want? What you never been? Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Thinking this is Chinatown.
That's a cheap date too. You
It
think
is
that's
so.
a cheap
Yeah.
date? you know?
£75.
For what? For what?
Where did you go?
What for?
He was in Mayfair.
Whoa.
He
Wait.
was in Berkeley
joking.
Square.
What?
75.
What did you eat, bro?
Simple rice, bruv.
You're lying.
No.
You
Swear
at
to you,
Hakkasan.
bro. I didn't go Hakkasan.
But if you think about it, it is about that. If for two people,
Gone up.
no, for two people.
Where?
By the time if you have an alcoholic drink,
Barely. She had one. I had water.
come on,
And I wasn't even getting water.
Did you get a tap?
No, I had my own bottle because we went to the cinema. It was a thing in it, and they gave drinks for free. So I took the water.
Yeah.
2 smart waters, 2 Fantas, and 2 So what's that? Spangarelli. What's that drink?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Come on. Where is it, bro?
He said Spangarelli.
Spangarelli. Where is it?
that's a what?
Is it there?
It's right next to him. Just touch it.
Just touch it. Just tag it in.
Spangarelli, wherever the
tag
drink
it.
Spangarelli.
So I had that in the, had that loaded. The bill came, said 75 buff. I said,
I need to know
what
what you ordered,
the
bruv.
heck?
No,
It's
that-
mad.
no, it is that.
But you probably got that
even
proper
Deliveroo
food.
is mad. But see, pre-pandemic, Deliveroo's like £30 maximum. It's all like £50 at the moment. Meal for 2 people.
The thing is, I never used to order on any of these apps. I just stayed away from it because I just knew if I have this app, I'm just going to be like, our takeaway is literally just a press of a button away.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I can just order takeaway any day, innit?
Yeah.
So I never downloaded these things. And then of recent, I'm hearing them prices. I'm like, bruv, I'm not getting takeaway, bruv. When I used to go Chinese shop, £20, we was done.
Yeah.
We was
Whole
good on
family.
£20,
Whole family
bro.
fed.
Do you get what I'm saying? There weren't no £50. There
Whole
was
family.
5 of us in the
Whole
house.
family.
Special fried rice by itself now in some places like £6.50.
Bruv, it's like £7, bruv.
That is spinning me.
What?
It used to be like £3.
no, but you have to remember the cost of everything has gone up.
I don't
care. I don't care.
There are ways to go up.
No. Can you explain why that is?
Yes,
No,
today's
because-
price.
It's not.
I
Today's
still to this
price.
day, I don't understand inflation because if you just left it the same, what would be the problem?
No,
Word.
but the problem is even like remember we've left Brexit. You know,
Yeah.
you forgot So now, even to get certain things,
No, we haven't forgot. There's
No, that's fine.
The petrol is
I understand that stuff.
and then also remember, so now the people to pick or the people to get these basic ingredients that we all got, there's not there. So now you're gonna have to pay more for the staff to do the same job.
Okay, but wait, with Brexit, the whole did people get dipped?
No, people didn't get dipped. But what happened was then you had lockdown. A man said, if I can work from home.
Yeah.
Why am I here number one?
The farm is your garden.
No, but what happened? No, the farmer. What about the workers? The workers don't own the farm, do they? They're free to move wherever they want.
There's a ranch.
There's a ranch.
What is this? Slavery?
Not slavery.
You're free.
Not slavery. Everyone's getting paid, but
Now they get to go home after they finish work on the farm.
I've never seen farmers working.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just one guy picking the carrots and potatoes out.
One for Tesco's. For the whole of Tesco's.
That is a stingy brother, man. So I ain't trying to share this money.
So no one's going to the farms.
No, they got
they're struggling to get staff. Then also delivery. You're struggling. The delivery drivers, they went back. It's more. They get paid more in Europe than they do in the UK.
And that tracking
and they're from Europe anyway.
It up as well.
So all of this, and then their families. Then COVID. Imagine COVID's hit. You're here. Your family's over there. You're sending money back. But now you're like, actually, I need to be back with them.
Yeah.
So they're over 1 million jobs. When have you ever heard that these men said there's over 1 million jobs available?
Yeah, it's peak. It's peak.
Never heard that.
It's peak.
Never heard that before.
Come and get
Now
it,
that number's a lie. I know it's a lie.
It sounds too round, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's too
They
round.
round it up or round it down. Like
At least
either
say
way,
like
it's
there's
round.
8.7 jobs, 8.7 million jobs, like 1 million bang on. I know it's not bang on, and they're rounding up, but no, that doesn't sound.
But even then, there's jobs, and these men are not taking it. This is what we knew was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, the man them.
These men don't want to take it.
This is the thing, right? So if you're living in this country and you're on the vibe of, look, I have a certain standard, but then cool, we ain't got no petrol right now, innit? There's issues right now.
Petrol's finished.
Do people need to buckle up
No.
and start being
Petrol's
like,
not finished.
It's not
Petrol's
finished.
there. There's just no drivers to take it from the refinery to the station.
That's
the
during
that's the
that whole
problem.
period, like just after COVID and the track and trace thing, that they were saying that drivers kept getting pinged.
Yeah.
So then you have to isolate. So now they have no delivery drivers. That's why there was no water in supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah, water is struggle. Water's a struggle right now. So yeah, the problem is not the things. The things are there. There's just not the people to carry it over.
Yeah.
And in the UK, these men are not trying to become drivers. And then even then, the DVLA has a backlog because obviously you got to do a test.
Oh yeah.
The test centers were closed.
Yeah.
These men are not. These are trying to say.
mess up.
You think just because man went to Oxford or Cambridge, he's smarter than you? They're not.
They're not.
You know you got delivery. You know you need drivers.
Do you know
they
what?
thought, okay, actually, this is essential. We're going to keep the driving center open so we can do tests. No, they closed it.
Closed everything.
They didn't think it was
You know
essential.
what, drivers, but no one can take the
No
test.
one can take the test. Bro, the simple logistics, you know. What annoyed me today is when I was watching the video of this, the guy that deals with the Department of Transport, basically, like he heads up that side of the government. And they were like, what's going on in the forecourts, which is where obviously the petrol's actually coming out. And he just kept saying, well, actually, there hasn't really been an issue. The lady said, well, there clearly is an issue because on all of these papers, there's an issue with petrol. What's going on? And he goes, well, BP have said that only 5 were closed down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, maybe there's an issue. And then she said, that's just BP. It's not only BP that supplies petrol.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's right. I realized they bamboozle you. They give you one figure that sounds good, but they smoke screens, right? He's trying to get you to focus on this. These times there's Bear, there's Texaco, there's the Apple Green
You
thing.
got a Star Energy
There's
somewhere.
Star, there's Shell, there's Jet,
Come on.
there's all of these
and then
things.
And
Done
are these
that,
men reporting? Like, if these independently owned ones, are they reporting? So you can talk
Exactly.
about
Nah, they're not.
These little independent ones that my man just buys it. They're not reporting to nobody else.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna know whether? Do you understand? It's not till you turn up. You're gonna know whether it's there
I
or
was
not.
like, these men actually bamboozle you all the time, and she had to like literally say not just BP, bruv.
But I think
speak about the whole
I think
thing.
you have to understand also is that we are like sheep. So if we think there's a problem, what are we all gonna do? The thing that we shouldn't. We're all gonna rush and fill our tank. £100 till the petrol's coming out. Still clicking, trying to get the thing in. Man's still in there.
The clip is empty.
Why are we living like this?
Bro, didn't you see IKEA? All of that. When the thing closed, everything, the queues was mad.
Yeah.
People are queuing at Tesco.
Bruh.
We caused the problem.
Why?
So that's why my man's trying to make us like calm down, because if we realize there's a problem, we do the one thing that we're not supposed to do. We gotta panic.
No, but I need to panic, bruv.
Nah,
You don't.
panic is
You don't.
Man, I'm not even driving anywhere. Man, haven't touched his car, cobwebs all over the thing. Now you're rushing to go.
I did that pictures.
I haven't even know where you work from home. You're in your yard. What are you doing?
I need it. Why?
I need it, bro. I need it because when I was in Nigeria, they experienced a fuel crisis, but that was a vibe of these guys. The government, the change in the government, and they basically just said, "Look, we're not bringing it to the same thing." But I'm thinking, that's Nigeria, which has a lot of politics around it. A simple here where there's jobs here. Why are we having these issues here, bruv? Do you get what I'm saying? Petrol, bruv.
No, don't do it like Nigeria like that.
No, but that's
issues
but there's
can
a,
happen everywhere.
there's issues happen everywhere. I'm not saying
Government
this.
here is silly too, bro.
Yeah. I'm definitely not saying that the government here is any better. I'm just saying, how can we, that says we are first world country, have an issue like this?
And the difference is that it's privately owned. So that's the whole. In Nigeria, it's government owned. Obviously, these men are getting the contracts, and so they're controlling it. The whole thing over here is meant to be commercialized. It's meant to be independent from the government. So these mistakes shouldn't be happening.
Yeah,
it's mad.
These mistakes shouldn't be happening. But these men are not caring. But when it's time now to do PPE, look, they did PPE. These men set up a brand new company and gave PPE to a brand new company. Than to companies that have been supplying PPE all these years.
Yeah.
And we said nothing. We said nothing.
We didn't
Instead,
know,
we're talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
These men
were
are
sleeping.
We're still calling, Niger 419. These men are frauding us in our face.
Yeah.
Imagine a man set up a company that one of his family members owns and gave the contract there, and we said nothing.
180 mil.
Boom.
Take it.
These men have a warehouse.
What can we say and do is different things. What can we even do? They had their cake and they ate it too.
Yeah. Big facts. They just kept making cakes.
The government.
They kept making cakes.
They're the bakers, bro.
They had it on a conveyor belt, bro.
They can actually do it.
Crazy.
And this is why it's so important that we stop trying to listen to them and we start to create our own community. That's why I always talk about group economics. Us, man, we'll put money together to buy bottles in the club. Yeah. But we won't put money together to buy a yard.
What's the best thing that you've put your money together with your brethren?
So I think we've done business. So I put money together with my brethren when I was younger. We used to sell a Visa and that back in the day. From my dad's car, I used to take it to church. I had the connection, obviously.
You're selling a Visa at church, man.
Out my dad's boot. My dad's boot. We used to do that, and he had the money. I had the church connect, so he put the money in. Man was selling the Visa in the church.
When the man used to link the
Lobos.
Come on, I used to sell it, and we made money. And we split. He paid him back his initial, and then we split the profit. And then we went in, but for me, it's not just that; it's accountability on everything. So even if I'm doing something on my own, I still talk to my people about, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? A lot of the time, we just move on our own. But when you see rich people, they move together.
Yeah.
Rich men move together.
You know what it is as well? It's a fear of failing after you've told people, I'm gonna do this. That's the mindset that we need to get out of.
Look at Richard Branson.
Man need to fail more.
Richard Branson owns his own island. Do you understand how deep that is?
Yeah.
To have an island.
Island.
That is yours.
Necker Island. Asuquo Airlines, bro.
But do you know how many companies he's had go bankrupt?
Yeah.
Don't you remember Virgin Cola?
Yes. His whole thing, he had a tank going over Coca-Cola. He was on this marketing thing. Yeah, we're gonna crush them. Finished. Nobody drank.
No one drank the thing.
No one drank.
But if Richard Branson goes to a bank now and asks for money, they're going to give it to him.
They don't care about experience.
They know that one of his things.
They don't care about his credit score. No word. They don't care. They don't care
because he's proven time, and even though he's failed, he's gonna hit one, and you want to be invested in the one that he busts. We can't fear failure because a lot of the time that's what you're learning from.
Yeah,
it's the mistakes that you make that make you better when you go forward.
But we've never ever benefited off failing. If that makes sense. Like,
not that you know of.
not. Yeah, of course you've learned. Yeah, of course.
And but we don't see that as benefiting.
We don't see that as benefiting, especially when your parents are saying you better get A*. Anything below that is a fail, or you better pass your GCSEs. So you are already thinking every time I'm doing something, it's crunch time. I need to pass it. Yeah. So therefore, I would rather not take that risk and me fail than me take that risk and possibly have a chance of, you know, changing my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think but how do you teach a young person that failure is good? From early.
That's a good question.
Without making them go straight down the line of failure.
You wouldn't tell them failure is good.
It's a part of life.
Part of the process.
Failure is a part of success. That's how, when I speak to young people, I say failure, but fail forward. So don't fail and stop. Fail and continue and learn and develop and understand where did I go wrong. But also one of the big problems is that we think we're the first one to have that idea. So really and truly, some of the mistakes that we're making, we could have speak to a big man, an older, and they would have told us, listen, don't do this, set it like this, avoid that, don't set your company like that, get an accountant, make sure you got a contract before you go in, even with your brethren. These are things that we could have learned from our elders. But we feel there's such a generational gap between us and them, like they don't get us, our ways are different. True. But a wise man learns from somebody else's mistake.
We act like none of them have ever done business before.
Come on.
Yeah.
For real.
And so also we don't share. We don't, listen, this is the thing.
Fair, man.
When you're on Instagram, I'm always seeing keys. I'm always saying, oh yeah, I just bought my new thing. No disrespect if that's what I respect your hustle.
No disrespect
I respect your thing.
We need to.
Let me tell you something. I've never seen that from an Asian. It's normal. Just like they drink water, they buy a yard. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And what we do is that we struggle so hard on our own that when we bust, we gotta let everyone know. Of course. Because we know what we've been through to get there. We know how many parties you miss, how many holidays you miss.
You need to understand, I've sacrificed for this, man.
So everyone needs to know now that man's just bought this thing. But actually, if we worked together, if we had hold each other more accountable, we wouldn't feel the need to now show it in people's face. Oh, I've just bought this, and there's no problem. I love to celebrate people. It's great, but sometimes the way we do it, it's like we're putting people down that haven't bought. But actually, man might not. But man might not buy it. But man might have a £10 million business. So what are you telling me?
Yeah.
All you have,
I heard
all you have is
from,
a debt.
obviously, this is just not like. Sometimes people accept a message more from a rich person,
of course.
which is always crazy.
Word.
Like a same poor person can tell you the same message.
Come on,
as the rich person, but
you don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it from him.
It's American,
because even like Ryan Babel, professional footballer in Netherlands, Liverpool, couple other clubs, he was just saying he owns houses, but the ones he actually lives in himself, he rents. Because he's gonna own houses and rent those out. All he has to deal with it if anything breaks. But if he lives, the ones he rents, if there's any, because he's a footballer, might move club here and there. It's long to sell that and buy a new one.
Of course, a lot of footballers rent.
A lot of them rent. They rent off a player that's already at the club.
You're even renting yourself.
I got rich clients that, especially in the UK, catchment area. So you might want your kids to go to a certain school. So you might rent in that area so your kids can go to school, but you might buy somewhere else. And this is why we put a thing on. It's about having a plan. I always talk to people. It's about your own financial plan. What are you trying to achieve?
It's scary though, man.
I can never compare myself to someone because I know as long as I'm on my journey, I'm doing my thing. The problem is you don't have plan. And if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Hey, listen, sound like Mr. Finn.
And like, what's it called? Poet says, like, if you haven't got your own plan, you then end up being part of somebody else's plan.
Come on.
So it's just...
Planning's mad because if you ask a man, right, bro, look at your bank account right now. A man's like, no. A man's like, nah. I'll look at the end of the month. Do you know what I mean? I'll look at what... So even just the barriers to even just understanding where you are right now is a thing already.
Bro, and you know what you said is so... I love that because I always talk to people about budgeting and people will be like, budget's restricting me.
I can't do. No.
Budget sets you free, bro.
I'm not doing it.
When you budget, you set yourself free because you give yourself money that you can spend and you can spend that knowing that you've taken care of everything else.
You're unplugging, man, from the Matrix, bro. Don't unplug me.
Why?
I'm enjoying this dream, bro.
Oh, no. I'm there as well. I'm there with you as well. But I do understand the budgeting because obviously beforehand you had to do that. Like in the build up to getting the house or whatever, budgeting became a part of my life and it's never been a part of my life. It was just like jarring. So as soon as I got it, I was like, fuck everything else, bro. I pay my bills and that's the budget.
But the problem is that again, when you don't have the budget, you look at your money, you think you're rich, you got money,
let me
you
feel
spend
like
it, then direct debit comes out. Now you got 10 days of sweating. If you knew when your direct debits are coming out and how much if you had a separate account just to pay your direct debits and you put
budget like that,
and you put your money that you're going to spend in another account, you know I can spend this money. I don't have no restriction other than until I get paid again. You know what you're working with. The problem is that too many of us have one account and we do everything from our one account.
All right, cool. That's interesting. You said that, because my wife goes to me. She was like, "Oh, I've seen like when you're doing your banking, you've got all your money here." And obviously, I'm like, "That's not all my money. Man's got more in it.
Of course,
more that came from
Yeah.
it. Man, the investor. You get me? Man, I got a 2-1-2 trading 2-1-2.
Come on.
So I'm like, no, that's not everything. But she's like, no, but you got a lot of money in there. And personally, I don't like not having it on me. Do you get me? I don't like not having it on me. I don't like if somebody says, we need to do this right now. I'm like, I need to move some money over. I hate it. I hate it, whether it be at a restaurant where people have to move money over. I'm already like, this is long, but I just want to access my money. But she was like, if someone does fraud right now, all your money's there. It's too accessible. Do you get what I'm saying? But I just like I like to know what I have in front of me. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I worked for it. I want to be able to access it when I want. So that's to me the luxury of me having that money in the first place. But she's like, it's a bad idea. Why don't you keep money in this place and that place? Which I have in some cases, but I do keep a lot of money in my current account. So
But if your current account ain't making, and this is where you have to start looking at your money different.
Yeah,
you
as a tool.
You work hard for your money.
Yeah,
make your money work for you.
Yeah.
If you got, even if it's if your current account's paying you an interest, then cool. Leave it in. At least you're getting it. Normally there are current accounts, and this is why I talk about transferring your accounts. There are some accounts that will give you interest up to 3K or up to 5K. So then you can keep that in there, knowing that at least it's making you something. But if they're giving you 0. And you're leaving it in there, at night you're using your money on the market to go and make money. Who's winning?
Yeah, word.
You got to stop looking at it like, but it's my... Listen, it takes seconds to transfer from one to the other. Make sure any money that you've got...
instant now.
It's
You're moving like it's back in the day. You have to go back.
If it's your own account
on the paper.
Well,
you know, man, to actually go to the bank and go ask for the money.
No, it's seconds.
Like literally, it's so quick now.
It's so quick.
Man.
And if it's not working for you, don't stick with that bank. I've got people that are loyal. I've been with this bank for time. They're giving you nothing.
Yeah.
And I've got people, for example...
Don't close the account though.
Yeah.
Don't close it.
Yeah.
Be careful, but sometimes, be careful. But one thing, I got a client, for example, their client had 20 bags in a savings account. They paid my man like £80 for the year. On 20 bags. I told my man, transfer your account from here to here. Just made him $250. I made him more money transferring from one bag to the other than he made on interest in the account for the whole year. It's about making your money work for you.
Yeah.
And this is where we go wrong, is that we feel like, okay, I've got my account, I've got my money, I can see, I want it to be comfortable. Make your money uncomfortable.
Didn't you ever like just seeing the money? I used to love seeing cash, bro.
No.
I love them days.
But
Cash.
You're blinded by the fact that you got cash. If you could see inflation, which we talked about earlier about going out, if you could see inflation eroding your money, you wouldn't want to see cash.
True.
So if I know that, listen, these men are even telling us on the news blatantly, last month 3.65. The cost of living was 3.65. That means if your money's not getting 3.65, you're losing money. And so if you're there looking,
what does that mean? I don't understand.
So basically, to buy the exact same thing last year to this year is 3.65 more. So I always talk about it from my favorite thing, plantain. And I know somebody plantain, I'm African. So if you think about it, I remember when you could get 4 for £1.
What is it now?
These men are doing 3 for £1.50. In the lockdown, I was doing 1 for 80p. Bro,
you know you're pissed. You're thinking, wow. All right then, man. So, let me have one.
I think if that happens with food, if that happens with petrol, if that happens with travel, bro, you be at work and you be thinking, rah, actually, if you don't get a bonus from your work or you don't get a pay rise, you're thinking, rah, life is getting harder. No, your money's staying the same. This is why in the lockdown we saw the most number of limited companies being created in the lockdown because people been feeling safe at work. That lockdown, nobody was feeling safe.
Nobody was safe.
Everybody, the cardboard boxes was coming out. You was packing your desk. They was telling you, we love you. It's a business decision.
Putting your whole matcha in there.
Come on,
What?
it's a business decision, and that made people think. Actually, why am I relying on one stream of income? Like, actually, what am I doing? And so now it's about actually making your money. So you've got that money sitting in the account, cool, and you might say some of that's for my emergency, but there might be some of that you think actually, I'm never gonna touch this.
I'm not even touching it, yeah.
Bro, there might be someone out there you can do research or whatever. You might think, right, you got a business. I'm gonna invest this. I want to get this amount back over the next 2 years. I want to get £1,000. I'm gonna give you 2,000. Pay me back 3,000 in 2 years' time. Bro, you're not seeing your money, but your money's working for you.
Working. Word.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Word.
And so actually, imagine if we started to do that as a community. We're not relying on these banks. I don't want to say about no credit thing, but you understand? We're not relying on this thing. Now we're starting to hand money to ourselves. Do you understand? That? This is what other communities do. When we look at, like, I don't want to get cancelled, but when I look at the Jewish community and the Asian community, money passed through there 4, 5, 7, 8 times. In ours, not even once. So sometimes it's not about financial freedom. Is not about what we can get. It's actually about us actually believing in ourselves. Because until we start to believe in ourselves and make the effort to say, right, you know what, I'm gonna spend my money with this business. Because other communities do that.
I feel like we've been more conscious though. I feel like 100% I'm very conscious of, let me go buy something from a novelty, or let me go buy something from a Ben Jar or whatever. All these brands, like, I feel like there's days where I've come out, there's days where I've actually come out and like the only thing that isn't from a black brand is my trainers. Even my socks, my jacket, my trousers, jeans, so everything is from a black brand. But then I thought, the factory. Where's the factory?
Who owns the factory?
I'm like, who owns the factory? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we have to make a start
somewhere.
But then I realized, this is how much we're actually behind. Because I don't know, obviously not to say there's not factories in Africa or whatever.
Course.
But it's just a sense of like, no matter what, they're so ingrained in the system. No matter what, when we're making our money, they're still eating some.
Somewhere. Yeah, definitely.
Still eating some.
But even like simple things like me and my wife, we had our anniversary. Man said,
happy anniversary, man.
Instead of going,
how many years?
10 years. 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. But instead of going to like a Hakkasan, man went stalk.
I
couldn't believe I was paying this for Jollof. I was banging. I recommend it to everyone.
I need to go still.
But you know, like, I understand how Chinese men feel in a Chinese restaurant. Like, why would I pay this for a Jollof? Like, for a Jollof.
Like, I can't lie. If I go to a Chinese restaurant and the Chinese people in there, I'm saying this must slap.
It must slap.
So if I go African restaurant and there's Africans in there, I'm saying this must slap.
But it's
very rare to see a white person in a Nigerian restaurant. Like,
it's getting more.
We're gonna see
hopefully we'll see it more, but
it's getting more.
Maybe in
Brixton
or something like
in
that.
Brixton and that.
True.
In Brixton, you will see
they'll
that.
start getting
You see that.
flavors.
They better
you'll see them.
gentrified.
Yeah, you know.
No.
You know it's not spicy the way
you need to go to a place where you ordered your food and you're wondering when is your food coming, bruv.
Yes.
But I ordered an hour ago and man has still got this orange Fanta in front of me.
You need to start there, then you can work up to store.
Come on. But it's us really taking hold of our money because again, like I said, we work hard. Listen, I always tell people when it comes to us, working hard we've been working hard. From Cotton Fields Day, hard work is not a problem for us. But more times, I don't see man that got 2 or 3 jobs make more money than man that just got 1 good job.
True.
And so a lot of the time, our parents had bare dad's doing security after, like, man are doing bare jobs. But actually, man, Timmy's dad is just got his 1 9 to 5 and he's
cutting through.
Do you understand?
But I was thinking this the other day, and obviously inflation is not. I didn't know it was 3.6. But I was
they said it's going up this year because of COVID and that.
Yeah, because
I was like, our parents raised us on less, but I think because I saw somewhere less of like our generation and below are having kids. Like our parents had kids way earlier, so even the wave of the next, not the next one. What do you call it? A wave of a workforce is going to be very short soon. Like, there's not going to be that many people
that are able to.
Like the rate that people will be retiring and then coming in is going to. The UK workforce is going to drop off, and I'm like, is it because we're too busy or we're too poor.
No.
It's both.
It's both.
But one might outweigh the other. I think everyone's too. It's both, but we're too busy trying to not be poor.
Yeah.
But also
we're just
we're
too tired.
We're in a society that doesn't promote childcare. Do you understand? So if you think about in European countries, a lot of them, if you have a child, childcare is free.
Yes.
Do you understand?
And it used to be that way
It
in this
used to
country.
be,
It used to be.
but they stopped that.
They
But what's
stopped it.
useless about this place is there's hella offices and office buildings, but no one wants to put a nursery
Inside
in the
building.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
put a
It doesn't benefit
nursery.
them.
It doesn't.
It's true.
You're fucking right. That's
It
a very good
benefits-
point.
how does
It
it
benefits
benefit
them
them?
for people to come and work there, but they've already got people coming to work there that don't have kids. So why would I now put a nursery?
Yeah.
I
Because
could
there are people with kids.
Yeah, but I don't need to hire them.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
go to somebody who doesn't have the burden of
Women
kids.
are a big part of the workforce
Big.
in comparison
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
back
Big.
in the day,
Yeah.
and they're in a lot of CE whatever roles.
And that's
CFO,
why the
CE,
problem's
da-da-da.
happening because
And
now women feel like they
C-suite.
can't
have kids.
They can't.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't.
They
take
will
time
feel
out.
like they can have kids. Well, some of them are just gonna be like, a pandemic, is gonna let a lot of people start thinking, all of this work stuff ain't worth it, bruv.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna start saying, I'm going to have kids, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're better
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
tackling that now by saying, we're putting a nursery in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna feel like,
yeah.
Very
I can
true.
have these kids, and if they want to, you can come back to work sooner because
Yeah.
your
Yeah, 'cause
your
yeah.
son's
you're- yeah, yeah,
downstairs.
yeah.
Just
that
run
would
the
be
nursery
great.
from 8
That would be
to
fantastic.
6 when I'm done. I'll drop him, go work.
But this is
you know what I
ideal
mean?
world because in reality they're thinking, I don't need to do that yet.
Yeah. know what?
There's-
But
There's not enough
in
people that are
America,
putting
it's
pressure
very
like
big.
that.
In America,
Yeah.
it's very big. They have these types of things.
Yeah.
What, like nurseries in
Nurseries,
the
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
work
in the
company?
workplace.
And even
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
even when it's a smaller company, other companies will come together and have a nursery and
Yeah.
subsidize it.
The one
For-
whole building.
The one
One
whole building, and
building.
You're
all
on
the
the
kids
second
are in the
floor.
same
There's
thing.
9 floors.
Yeah.
Come on, so because imagine if you look at, I mean, when you think about like Goldman Sachs, I don't know if you see, like Goldman Sachs, they got doctors in there, they got in that building, they got these men can sleep overnight.
Yeah.
How will nepotism continue if we don't have kids?
Come on,
It's true.
They're gonna pass their stuff
Words.
on to you.
It's
Man,
You're
don't-
supposed
Words.
to be having kids, bruv.
and like you said, it's important, but with the government don't value the kid side of things. They don't value.
Not
Do you
at all.
understand?
Not
It's
at all.
our.
Not at
You want to
all.
have kids. It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want a workforce. You want
Yeah.
people to come and work. You want people to take these jobs. But it's not. It's not your
It's
responsibility.
all a knock on. Everything affects the other, bruv. That's proper mad. I never even thought about that. Like, if they just had a nursery in the building, that would be so much easier.
with your child.
So much easier.
It's just so
and they made
easy.
it private. So now it's a money hungry thing.
Of
Yes.
course.
Nurseries will know
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
bruv, someone's charging 9 bills a month. Why am I going to charge 4 bills? I'm charging 9 bills too. So once everything's private as well, it kind of, I don't know. It's like, it's bad business to kind of price yourself out or price yourself too low because, you know, the cost of living is going up anyway. But
You might want to get a nanny that lives in your house,
yeah.
but then you lose your newborn being around other newborns. And
Yeah.
when they're around other newborns, they walk
learn
and talk
way
quicker. They
more.
learn a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But then the living nanny might be $3 a month. Because she's getting food and shelter. She ain't paying for rent. So she's like,
God.
I don't need that 9.
Yeah.
Give me 3, give me 4, give me 5, whatever.
Man.
But it's not 9. You start going to nursery and it's
But
9 a month.
Even
It's
that's a
nuts.
struggle. I got friends and clients. They're struggling to get the nannies now because a lot of them where they're from Eastern Europe, Sweden. These types they're from these types. Of, they're not coming. We don't want them. We out of the EU. We don't want them. We want it to be an island. Island problems. Now have island problems.
Finished us, boy. They finished us.
Really, really done us, you know.
No, but getting back to the inflation thing. So, from my understanding, it's because we're printing more money, so we have to decrease or the value of each pound or something. Like, is that how it works?
Yeah, I have no idea why inflation happens. I just know what it is.
So governments always want inflation. So in the UK, we have a target of 2%. So you want there to be inflation.
Why?
So inflation basically it drives people to obviously work more. It drives people and obviously increase money.
We have not left the plantation, fam.
Remember, every time you spend, you pay. Get your receipt. You see
VAT
VAT on it.
Yeah.
So inflation is part of the system. It's a part of making money, but you want to keep it level. You don't want it to go too high. You understand? Because then you price people out. Then they can't afford anything. Then they stop spending.
And then you lose money.
You lose money.
Yeah.
So you want to balance it. So that's why they have that target of 2%. When you talk about printing money, what that does is like what we see in Nigeria, for example, where now 100,000 is nothing. You can buy bread for 100,000. It's nothing. 100,000 is nothing. 10,000, like thousands mean nothing. Because
literally
you've printed so much. There's so much money in circulation that it loses its value. Do you understand? So this is why I don't know if you saw in India, for example, they knew that a lot of people had a lot of rich people had cash.
Right.
So what they did was they changed the notes.
They do that. They just changed the notes. The notes,
and they told everyone, bring your old notes back. Obviously, if you got your money from fraud, you can't bring that back.
Can't do it.
So a man I lost bare.
When they changed the 20 note, I was like, certain man are upset right now. Because they'll be like, oh yeah, of course, we'll exchange it.
Yeah,
bring him here.
Bring it.
I dare you to bring all of that money over here.
Bare fivers, man.
Yes.
So that's how you try. But what happens in like countries, like a lot of the Africans, they continue to print. And so because there's so much money in circulation that it loses its value. Because everybody's got money now. But it doesn't have a worth because you just print. Now, really and truly, the way that we've been printing in the UK, that should have happened a lot more than what it has done.
Right.
But there's a confidence in the UK and the US that they will correct it. So when we think about the level of debt, I don't remember, it was all about
who are we in debt to?
With what's her name? To ourselves, basically.
This is something that Fred said before. Like,
to ourselves.
Who are we
$1 trillion in debt?
Who's sitting there like, fam, has the UK brought me my money yet? You know what I mean?
But you have to remember the system started on bartering, innit? So and then it went to gold, and there was actual gold, but there's no gold. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's not backed by anything.
It's not backed by anything. So they have to have an owing amount to give it credibility, to give people confidence. And you saw, I forgot the lady that Boris made take the fall for him when he was in the running, but he let her take it because Theresa May. All she was talking about was we got to pay back the debt. Do you remember?
Yeah,
everything was austerity. Remember, austerity was the big word you were hearing. And we were paying it back. We've printed more now than before. And also to print it, what they do is quantitative easing, which is basically when they buy back bonds. So government give out bonds when they want to raise money. So let's say I want to put money.
Who did they give it to?
So the market. So let's say I want to
the market.
The market. This is why our number one thing in the UK is financial services. It's our big. We don't have our farmers are struggling to even feed us. We're not exporting.
We
import everything. The only big thing we have is the financial market. Hence why doing the whole EU Brexit, it wasn't a good look, because that's now we've seen a lot of desks, a lot of companies move their head offices elsewhere.
100%.
But that's our big thing is finance. And so what happens is they give it to the market. So let's say I want to put money in education. I want to raise 10 billion. So I'll give out a bond and I'll give it at a fixed interest rate. The market will come and buy it. Because again, when you put in your funds, they're guaranteed. That's the cautious part. Obviously, you've got the stocks, where they're trying to make money with the stocks. But you balance that with having bonds where you've got a guaranteed money coming in. All right. So now what happens is that what they want to do is buy those bonds back. So they go to the market and say, okay, we're gonna buy those bonds back. By us buying it back, it puts money back into the banks. The banks are meant to use that money to then lend. They lend
back to you.
Come on. And
fuck.
But the banks kept it on their balance sheet. They kept the money. Because remember of the other crash, because of the crash that happened, they had to have a certain amount. So now they're shook. So now they've kept the money and they're making it hard to get loans. That's why they then had to come and bring bounce back. Every man was swallowing that. Man are swallowing bounce back like it's 419 all over again. Man's opening company and taking 50 bags.
Bounce back was 419.
It was a madness.
I've seen some people do some things off a bounce back.
It's called something else in America, but they were getting done for it.
In America,
They were getting done for it. People were doing bare fraud on it, bruv.
What?
But now these men have set up a task force. You think you're gonna just because man think, it's a company, I'll just close the limited company, the debt dies with the company. Not bounce back.
No. They're coming to collect.
They're coming to collect
for you.
They're coming to collect, and they're also checking if people lied. They're sending out fines on top. So man are taking should have only took like 5K. Man, I took 50 bag.
So I need this for my company to survive.
But you just said my company's turning over X amount. So and these banks are so stupid. They just did it all automated. So as long as you put the number in, the money was released.
I heard man getting it the next day. I'm like, what?
This is what I'm saying. They're not stupid. They knew what
They knew
people
they're
were going to
coming back.
do. They
They
were
knew
just
to get
like, do you
back.
know what?
100%.
We'll get them when we come back round,
get
man.
them.
We'll spin this coup
Have
for
your
them, fam.
cake.
So, would you disclose how much you charge for your financial advisory services, or?
So yeah, there's different. So basically, that's why I set up the email.
You can say they're different packages.
No, they are different, but that's why I set up the email effect, because basically I worked in the city. Like I come from a council estate, Tower Hamlets, East London, big up Limehouse. So yeah,
People live around there.
That's a tunnel,
Limehouse
bro.
live. That's all I know.
that's how I grew up. So like obviously seeing Canary Wolf, that was my inspiration, and I got there 22, become financial advisor at Barclays, and I worked up and realized, listen, I'm the only one here. Like there's none of us. And even then I thought, why am I not my customers? Imagine you go to church. I went, them times when people used to go, no one goes to church no more. Everyone used to go to church.
Yeah.
There's like 800 people in here, 1,000 people. How come I don't see none of you during the week?
Word. Where is everyone
Where
during
is
the week?
everyone?
Word.
I see you on Sunday, I don't see you during the week. Like, do you understand?
Word.
And so I thought, you know what? Listen, I've got to leave it. I've got to be the change I want to see. So that's why I started the email effect, which is just about financial.
He's capping.
Why?
You got made redundant.
Allow me. Why is it?
He's capping. We wasn't listening.
We need
Why is that-
need more information here.
I'm done. He's capping.
Facts, I got made redundant.
Yeah.
But obviously I could have gone back and took an employee.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But the redundancy, you know, when they give you like the HR lady was nice to me.
Yeah.
The way she did the redundancy, it was enough. When I worked out with the savings, I was like, I don't need to work for 9 months.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run.
Yeah.
If I got 9 months money, let me run this company. I can do it because I already had this social media thing going and a following that I was, because I was doing it even in weekends. And that's a big thing I always tell people. Know when to go full time. Like you get an idea, you do a couple sales, you want to quit your whole job.
Yes,
You
relax.
chill out.
Relax.
Chill out.
I've been there.
Do that evenings and weekends.
I've been
And let's get the
there.
consistency in first. Do you know what I mean? And build up slowly. But yeah, so then I started the email effect because financial advisors, typical financial advisor, they say 50K, but really they want you to have 100K or more. Because what happens, the way financial advice works is mainly assets under management. So how much client money are you looking after?
Yeah.
And you get a percentage of that.
Right.
So a typical financial advisor wants to get to 10 million under management at 1%. You're getting 100K a year as long as your clients are happy.
Right.
Just as long as your clients are happy. Now, again, if you could get 10 clients with 1 million,
You're good.
you're smiling. Do you know what I mean? That's less work. Obviously, so what's happened is that their focus is on that. The banks, we used to get paid commission.
Yeah.
They took away commission because people are mis-selling. So now the banks have to charge a fee. They don't care. So what happens is that, okay, how does somebody get to 100K or even 50K with no financial education? With no one to tell you, don't do this, do this.
Yeah.
How do you get there? And if no one's going to talk to you because you're not going to pay the fee or you don't have the money. And so that's why I started the email effect, to kind of be a place where I can teach people how to manage the money, and then I've got a financial advice firm where I can do all the financial advice.
Right. So how much is it?
So this is the good question. So it depends on what you want to do. So if it's like a question, if it's like
all good on the sound?
is it all right?
Sound is good. Yeah.
I feel like it's
You can adjust it if you want.
I think it's like gone loose or something.
Yeah, he's done it to me. Man, mash it up. This is.
I've mashed it.
Comments are gonna say, okay, they want to put a price up.
That should be alright.
That should be all right, yeah?
Yeah,
You still
that's
do
good.
like that,
I
yeah?
can still hear you. Yeah.
So yeah, so basically what I try and do is keep it. So there's a package for phone calling. So if you do a phone call, we can have a phone call. So let's say you know what you wanna talk about.
Yeah.
But you just want to ask, is this the right thing to do? Am I going in the right way? Then we can do a phone call. I charge $250 for a phone call.
$250 an hour or for a phone call?
For a phone call.
Okay.
As soon as it
I'm gonna
starts,
hold
yeah.
you there for a day.
No, $250 for a phone call. That's for a phone call. But then I do one-to-ones where we actually build a plan. So if you
Right.
actually want a plan, that's $497. That's like an hour and a half where we actually sit down and build a plan. So let's say you wanted to buy a house. I'll go through the budget for you. I'll help you create the budget. I'll help make sure your credit's right. We'll go on to Zupa. I'll show you what type of properties to look for, where you can buy it. You want to go and buy it in London, I'm telling you, no. This is the areas that you can afford. This is what you're looking for. This is how you negotiate and get you straight. This is how much you need for your deposit. This is what your monthly payments are going to be. Because again, you're going to go to a bank and they're going to want to give you the most they can give you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But really and truly, I've got too many people that are buying yards 600k, 700k first go to live in.
Listen,
it's a stupidity.
I had someone when I was first looking. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is, right, like how much can I play with here? What can I get here? So I remember my sister-in-law was like, basically they went to a broker or somebody that could basically they could cook the books a little bit,
yeah, of course,
and get you your affordability up there.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, cool, let's do that. And he come to me, he's like, yeah, man, can get you around maybe because of what you earned. I can get you like 450 to this or whatever. I was like, right, we can have 450. Yeah, let's go. When I looked at the repayments of that, I was like, I don't want to afford that. I don't even want to pay that back. Why do I want to pay
free a month?
What?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Bro, I don't even want to pay that
afford
back. Man is talking about that's the repayment. We ain't even bought chocolate yet.
Tax, we ain't looked at bills, Sky.
We haven't looked at the council tax. We haven't looked at anything.
Even then, I got couples that buy it together. So you use two incomes. They think, but then what? 9 months later, she's pregnant. Now she's on maternity. Now there's one income.
Big.
We definitely factored that in.
What people don't talk about is 50-50. 50-50 whether they want to go back to work or not. I've got a lot of women that once they start the child, they don't want to go back to work because they want to spend time with their child and make sure their child, and that's rightly so. And so again, now there's one income. Then I've got other ones that say, okay, she goes back to work. Now you got private. Now you got to pay for nursery. Yeah. Because again, we're not having that family unit. When you wanted to buy your yard, you bought your yard 105 miles away from your parents. Now you got no babysitting. So you got to pay for the nursery.
Takes grandma like 45, 50 minutes to get here.
Come on.
You don't even have a spare bedroom for her to stay.
So these are the conversations that we have to make sure that you're ready. Like because I've done this for so long, I know the mistakes and the traps people put themselves in. Because actually, what you want to do is buy a house, but you want it to be comfortable. Because the plan is that this is going to be the first house that you went out. I always tell people, so I've got people, I just want to buy an investment property. Okay, great. You buy an investment property, you got to put 25% down. Yeah. You buy a house that you're going to live in, you can put 5 to 10% down. Yeah. You put that down. After 6 months, you can get consent to let. Let's not do it exactly 6 months. It looks fake. But you might only live in it 12 months.
That's on the day.
But you might stay there 12 months and then get consent to let. If you've got a 5-year fixed term, which is a great thing to do right now, interest rates are low. 5-year fixed term, that means you get consent to let that house out for 5 until the 5-year fixed term finishes. When the 5-year fixed term finishes, the hope is that especially if you put 10% down, the hope is that over that 5 years, the house is appreciated by more than the 15%. So when it's time to now go to a buy to let, you don't have to put any more money into that house. This is having a plan. Right. But we're just doing stuff. I can get a house. I'm just going to buy a house. Okay, what's happening next? Where are we going? A lot of us, we don't know where we're going. We're just doing, things are just coming and then we're just taking them and then you're getting swindled.
Do you know what would be better? Just so that we're not missing you, that mic would be a lot easier just swing that one. Just so we're not missing you. Because we're going to have to get out of here soon as well. And my question would be on remortgaging.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I was to take I hope I'm wrong, so that for a reason, if I was to take a wild stab in the dark, I would guess that remortgaging is, you got a mortgage and you got it your interest is at 3.7%, and because now you've remortgaged, they've reassessed your income, your and they've decreased your interest rate.
Yeah. That's one way.
So what else is there?
So think about it like this, and I'll keep the numbers, just the numbers are simple. You bought a house, the house is 100k. Yeah? You put 10% in, so you got a mortgage for 90k. You've lived in that, but you bought in a really good area. So now the house is now 200k. Yeah? When you want to remortgage, as long as you've got the income, you can go to 10% of 200k. So 180. So you can now basically take out 90k. You can remortgage and they will give you the difference between what you've got to
so basically you've bought your house again.
You borrowed against your house.
Because the asset's gone up.
And see, you know when you're in maths class and the teacher's telling you like, what?
you know what it's like. Let's say you want £100 I give you £100. Whatever you've done with that, you now have £200, right? Now, when I've asked for that money back,
The £100.
yeah, when I've now asked for that £100 back, or let's say I've asked for the item that you bought, and that's worth £200. Let's just say that you bought something with £100.
Yeah.
The item that you bought
It's
is now
now worth
£200, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying you could either stay at where you're at, or I can. I don't know how to describe it now.
Yeah, that
It
one's
doesn't actually
confusing.
work like that.
No,
Sorry.
Sorry. I'm trying to understand.
What don't you get? You
Because, okay, so
You're borrowing against the difference.
that doesn't make sense to me.
why?
Cause I don't get it. I just don't
why?
I hear it.
I hear it. I didn't understand that at first.
Your
But
trainers,
yeah.
your trainers are sick, yeah?
Yeah.
And you know that trainers go up in price, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I buy trainers today, I can hold them. If the demand is high, the value goes up, I can sell them for a
Yeah.
profit.
So I bought them for 100 and they're worth 200.
What I'm saying
So
is-
who is now giving me £90 but I'm keeping my trainers?
No, so they're saying because of the value of the trainers, we're gonna lend you money based on the new value.
Yeah.
Before we lend you the money based
Yeah,
on the
you
current
lend-
value.
you lend the trainers.
Basically,
You lend
if
the
I-
trainers.
So before
Yeah.
you lent me 100, now you've lent me 2.
Exactly.
Yes.
So why do I now have 90 bags?
All right. I've got it now. I'm back.
Okay.
You actually borrowed the trainers. Yeah. Let's say you borrowed the trainers. They're worth 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as you've been wearing them, the price has gone up to 200. Now you can either just stay where you're at, or you can actually borrow against that 200 that you've had. Does that make sense?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Why?
Like, let me try.
Why doesn't
Let
it
me
make
try. Let me
sense?
try.
They're
No,
worth
this is
200
fine.
now.
Let me
You
go.
can either give it back and you can take the difference of the 100 to 200. You can have 100 bags there or 100 pounds because the trainers are now
So
worth
then, but
200.
the way you first explained it, you said the house was 100, went up to 200.
Yeah.
My initial deposit was 10k,
Yeah.
so I had 90 to pay off.
Yeah.
Then it's gone up to 200. I've still got 10% deposit, so I've got 180 to pay off.
Yeah.
How's that
No.
better?
Not 180 to pay off.
Yeah, because
Your loan is 180.
yeah, because
I'm giving
If
you
you
if
remortgage.
you remortgage,
If I
I'm giving you
remortgage.
up to 180.
so what's
So you got the original 90 that you borrowed already, and now I'm gonna give you up to 10% of the 200.
maybe my question is, what's the benefit of remortgaging?
You can take that money out and then use that to go and buy another as a deposit for another place.
How, bruv? Because I've already borrowed this.
Okay,
I'm gonna I'm gonna take what I borrowed
let
to
me
buy
show you
something
what's
else.
happening.
Yeah.
So basically, what's happening is, yeah, you get your house at 100k, yeah. Now the house is worth 200k. So you sell it back to the bank, yeah, at 200k, but you owe them 100k. Does that make sense? So basically, you only really get 100k from that
How do I
sell.
sell something I don't own?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're already paying it back. Does that make sense?
No.
No, it does make sense. Like you sold
This is
it
what
back.
we.
It makes
No,
sense.
it make, no,
You see, wait,
no,
let me
no,
finish,
no,
let me
because what I
finish.
said he got as well.
No, okay,
because
but Joseph gets what I'm saying. Let me finish.
Yeah,
You've had your turn.
I
You
finished.
didn't
I
understand.
finished. I finished.
Exactly.
Cool.
So you bought the house for 100k, yeah?
Yes.
Now it's worth 200.
Yes.
So when you sell it, you get 200 back, but you already owe the bank 100k.
So how many houses does Fred have?
So you've got. But you know what I'm saying? So if you sell something, if you sell the house back to them for 100k, the difference that is there is 100k. So
But
you
deep
now
it.
owe-
So remortgage doesn't. I don't like this is mad. So the term is remortgage.
Yes.
It's not sell your house back.
yeah, but that's
So-
technically what you're doing. Because
But
now,
then I have nowhere to live.
no.
He's using that as an example.
Like, yeah, so for example, say you owe them 100k, but then you sell it back to them for 200k, but then they sell it back to you.
No.
I don't know why.
Oh god. You sound fun now.
Just see it as an asset. You have
Yeah.
to understand the difference between an asset and a liability.
Yeah.
So the house is an asset. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the house is an asset, and because you have this asset, if it was gold, because you have this thing that I really want, that I value, I'm gonna borrow you to the value of it. So you've
I
now
got it.
I get that as
To the
well.
value of
but
it.
I
Got
get
it.
it all
And I got
around.
it. You do stocks and shares.
Mm-hmm.
So you understand that. You bought the stock for 100, it's gone up to 200. You could take out what you originally put out, or you could take out more. Do you get what I'm saying?
exactly
Yeah,
that.
You're
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. See? He's rich now.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
So what happens is if you take out that in that example, you take out the profit.
Imagine the whole of YouTube's like, what? How did he get that?
No.
I know my nigga right here. This is my nigga right here.
But what happens is that you can take out like you can take out the profit and then use that as a deposit again
For another stock and share.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, there you go. We got there in the end.
Fred gonna be at the viewing like, is this a household stock, bro?
That's it now. Cool. So before we get out of here, we usually update our playlist. So who wants to add some music? You got any songs for the people to add to our playlist? Our 90s baby.
Now, man.
I know exactly what I'm adding. And again,
I almost did you see the price of them Fuji tickets?
listen.
No.
Who is it? Seno that was in the
Yeah. He said this is
Man said, anyone going to the Fugees? I was like, this nigga old, bro. Anyone going to the Fugees? Nigga?
I was gonna go, but
Nah,
they said
I listened to it like
£140.
Yeah, they're trying to make that reunion. They're really trying to make that comeback.
Yeah.
And everyone's coming back. Isn't it? One of them, is it ABBA's coming back as
ABBA's
well?
coming back.
ABBA in
S Club
the
7.
reunion tick.
Oh.
S Club 7.
They're coming back.
I'm trying to see my nigga Brad up there still. I'm trying to see him. I
No,
want to
some steps.
step.
The one with H. That's it.
Right.
Steps.
They all had a token black
They
guy.
had,
in there,
they
innit?
had-
So what have you got? You got a song for us?
Does it need to be modern or is it? old school?
Anything.
Okay.
As long as it's on.
I can never pronounce it, but the top one.
Ooh, I can't even.
What's that one? Zabzy.
Yeah,
Zabsby.
yeah,
Zabzy. Sorry. But N24.
yeah. I'm 24. Yannick Balassi you
Yeah.
know when he plays his videos of him, all the skills he had it. I was like, nah, this is banging.
Zabzy.
I love this song.
M24 and Rimsey.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out Rimsey. It's cold. I want to add 24. I've been banging that by Kanye. I've been banging that. Proper positive song.
okay.
That we gonna be okay.
Telling you, that Kanye is bumping.
Yeah, I can't lie. I apologize again.
Dennis, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Pride is the Devil. Was that on there?
Pride is the devil. Pride is the
J.
devil.
Cole.
I feel
I'm sure
like.
you've already done that.
Yeah, I feel
before,
like you
bro.
did that.
I don't think I did because this is the first time I really liked it.
Oh no, yeah, it's not on there.
Wait,
Cool.
yeah,
let's
you
see.
see.
Okay, cool.
Omar, you got anything?
Accepting my
Man said,
flaws.
you knew. Oh, Future. Hey, there's one Future and Drake tune that
What
I'm
song?
proper trying to find, and it's called
How does it go?
Big Mood, but I can't find it anywhere. Like on YouTube, it's not there. It's like they've taken it down.
How does it
But the
go?
song exists. I heard it today. It sounds cold, but it's like you cannot find this tune anywhere. But like I saw it on somebody's Instagram. I was like, how do I find this tune? So if you know where to find it, put it in the description or something. I mean, put it in the comments. Accepting my flaws. Fred?
I want some Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
I want some. Also, I want to put Free Pete.
Yeah, is that not there?
Nah, not yet.
I don't
Damn,
think so.
shouldn't
Let's
be.
see.
It should be.
Yeah, added.
God damn.
Nice.
Joseph, you want to add anything?
Mrs. was banging Jodeci this morning. So
Oh,
Jodeci
yeah.
stay.
Jodeci Stay.
Yeah.
Them ones.
Them ones.
Then that's the mate. All right, then Tim, what we got coming up?
We got a live show. Big
Yeah.
up to everybody that got their tickets. We are at full capacity. We spoke to the venue. We tried, guys.
Yeah, we actually did.
We tried, but at this point, you'll be piggy banking somebody, bruv. So we're at full capacity, all right? We want it to be safe. So, live show.
Just get the helmet for that. innit?
What, a piggy bank?
Back. You said bank.
You said bank. Yeah, you said piggy bank. Yeah, don't worry, man.
But we're talking money, so I'm just.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but it
Let me
doesn't
understand the
matter. It
double
doesn't matter.
entendres.
No, it doesn't matter.
Man, I understand the entendre. That's a double entendre.
That was a money pack.
Don't reach for it, man. Come on,
Nah,
man. That's
it's
petty.
done.
We're at
It's
the end of the
done. It's
episode.
done.
That was
That's
wild.
a double entendre. Get out of here.
God damn, all the time I call it a piggy bank. But what's it called? Yeah, so live show 24th of October. Everybody remember, get there on time. 6:30, those doors will be open, so make sure you're there. We'll have merch there as well. So if you go onto the link in the description, we got some merch there that you can go onto Eventbrite, buy that as an add-on. Is there anything else in regards to the live show which we need to know? ID. Of course, ID 18+, so you can actually get in. please do not tell us you didn't get in because of your ID. We've told you. You've
Go
been
back to
warned.
Manchester.
You've been warned. Yeah, physical copy, no pictures, no nothing. Please, nobody message me. You know when you're doing an event and someone's calling, you're like, I'm not answering, bro. Because I know this is about some nonsense, bro. You should be in here. You should be inside. Don't call me. So that's all going on. Guys, we saw some madness on the timeline of what these girls were doing to us. So please.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm coming to play.
Silly
next
boys,
month,
we need to regroup.
I'm outside.
We're going to get, by next week, we'll have that number so you guys can text in. And info@90sbabyshow.co.uk. You can send in your stories, but we'll get that number for you sorted so you can send it in. You seem upset, bro. It hurt, innit?
My wife was showing me and she was laughing. I was like,
The thing is, yeah, see, like 82% of women, they got low iron. So when they say they sleeping, they actually sleeping. Like, so all of them that are sending in their fake stories, baby, I know you was inside.
Stat master. You was inside.
I just seen back blown out. I was saying, wow.
Sucking toes.
I don't know the way they describe it. It's mad. So, see, boys, we need to regroup. We can finish them in our own stadium. In Bucks 24. Home game. Yeah. So send your emails in. We'll get the numbers in. Playlist is updated. Patreon, shout you guys out again. Remember, Patreon's there if you guys want to join. And I believe that is it. That is it. Shout out to everybody. Love, peace, serenity, all them things there. You know the theory, bro?
Nice, baby's crazy.
Wicked.
Cool.